In the face of growing insecurity and increasing crime, advocates for state police have found a basis for their agitation for the creation of state police. Some southwest states already have a security outfit codenamed Amotekun to help security agencies like the police tackle growing insecurity, while just last week, southeast states also created a security outfit called Ebubeagu. Amotekun has, since it kicked off in some states, recorded some successes against crime, but a lot more is desired in terms of effective policing. How effective will these state-managed security outfits be, and what would the level of cooperation between them and security agencies be? Well, joining me to dissect this issue is security consultant Femi Aratokunle. He perhaps will proffer solutions to Nigeria's security challenge.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Nigerians as well.
All right, let's begin from this point of conversation now. Okay. Talking about Ebubeagu that came up last week. We just saw that Southwest started theirs last year, over a year now, and then the Southeast came up with theirs. And the question on the lips of many, this regional outfit, what is this the solution to the challenges that we are seeing security-wise in the country? Because some persons have said that perhaps people no longer are confident in the security architecture of a country. That is why they are coming up with all of these regional security outfits.
Let me try to take you back or take some steps back. Some years ago, we have the OPC. Some years ago, we have the Bakassi Boys.
Right.
Right? If we look at both groups, they did so well. At the end of the day, so many people, fell out from different reasons, and, insecurity started, growing up from there, and it grew so hard that they can't even contain it again. Not even the police can even contain it. Now, in Lagos State, we have the Lagos Neighborhood Safety Corps or something like that.
Yeah.
Have we learned any lessons from them? Have they actually improved in protecting and securing lives and property in Lagos State, which a lot of states are trying to do something similar to their own template? A year ago now, Amotekun was formed. Yeah. That's fine. But let us look at the personnel. Let us look at the welfare. Let us look at the kind of training being given to them. Do you think it's sustainable? The answer to it is still no. They are trying their best individually. But collectively with the police, are they synergizing together? Not so well. Why? Because it has not well been defined, not well spelled out, as in this is your role, this is your jurisdiction, this is your step, and this is what you're meant to do. Now, police seems to be completely underfunded. Not by the police itself, but the federal government is not really doing enough to address this issue that the police have been, not agitating, but they've been crying about it for a long time, that please, we need this, we want a whole lot to happen to us so that we can perform a better duty that we're meant to do. Amotekun and the rest might not have, shown their faces if police are meant to be doing what they are meant to do. But right now, they are there. 200 plus population is not a joke. So we need more hands on deck to make things happen. Ebubeagu is not going to be different from Amotekun. But the question is, will community, will the citizens have confidence in them that yes, crime can be reduced through them as well? And will they be able to work with the police without the interference of any outsiders to make it work?
So it means that the lessons, like you have mentioned now, there are gaps that have to be filled.
A whole lot of gaps must be filled. And before you fill these gaps, there must be a level of trust between the government, the federal government, and these groups in terms of welfare, in terms of training, in terms of pension-wise, and a whole lot of things. Some of them will lose their lives, sadly. It is a fact. We can't deny that. But what do we have in place for them? What will make them feel like, I want to work for my community. I want to work for my state. I want to protect lives. Because everything depends on, are you ready to protect someone? Are you ready to save a life? So making places safe is key. But if we don't get it right, then we're back again to the same drawing table of insecurity in Nigeria.
that is the concerns you have with regards to this, because the question for some persons is how effective can they be in their service when you are saying we are not certain if they will be bearing arms to addressing the issues, the evolving security issues that we are seeing. So how effective can they be at that? You mentioned training. When Amotekun came, this was also one of the issues that was on the table. What kind of training will they be having to ensure that they can address the issues and how they can be integrated? If we haven't found solutions to that, ensuring that there is some coherence in terms of service between the Amotekun and the police. So what lessons then have we learned to ensure that we have a concrete template that can address all of this concerns?
Look, Veronica, I'll be honest with you. When Amotekun was about to come on board, I spoke to different essays to governors, different security essays, and I told them, listen, if you do not give them the right tools, if you do not give them the right training, it's going to be ground zero at the end of the day, and that is what we're seeing today. So Ebubeagu, I'm sorry, might never be the same, or probably might not be different from what we are seeing. However, the governors need to understand that their security architecture in different states must do the needful, and the key fundamental needful these days, give them the basic tools they will need. Don't just buy Hilux and Hilux and Hilux and Hilux every minute. Do they have radios? Employ different brilliant brains into it so that they can, synergize together. Let us invite technology into our security architecture today. These are things I've been clamoring for a long time, and I'm so happy I'm not shying away from this. I'm a Nigerian, and I will equally do my best to make sure that, yes, our country is safe.
Of course, security is the business of everyone, whether you're an expert
some people
or
are
not.
No, see, we talk about it that security is everybody's business, but do we know the basis of what to really do?
Of course.
Do we have the right tools? It's not just about AK-47. Everything is not just about sidearms.
Not everyone has to bear arms. That's what I'm trying to say.
Agreed. Not
one
everyone.
person can provide information that can lead to
But do they know the kind of
something?
information they should provide? Do they know where to dissect the information to?
Right.
How do we protect such information? Do we have any database of our so-called people being arrested? We don't have all these databases. That is why you see when there's a jailbreak, everybody just let loose, and we don't know how to call them back. So we have a lot of problems that we need to really start addressing if we want Amotekun, Ebubeagu, the one in the north, and everybody, even our police, to have. Once you've been arrested, do they have their finger crime prints straight away? They don't. All our stations are still not well equipped into all this stuff we're talking about. So for me, the police, Amotekun, the state governor, the federal government, they need to do more.
So
it is not just about the citizens,
what you're saying is that
what
we are putting in place is only treating the symptoms. It's not addressing the key issues.
The cancer is still there. So until we get to the root of it, that listen, this is what we need, this is how it should be done, we have AXYZ that will cater for this, then we are not yet addressing.
But how about those who are saying that perhaps this is the time to begin to push for state policing? Now that we are seeing that regions are coming up with their own security outfits, and there are concerns that perhaps these persons might be used at the end of the day as political thugs. That issue of trust is still a major challenge. So they are pushing that, okay, let's look at something central, where even state governments can begin to manage, make decisions. You call them security officers of the state, yet they cannot, make spontaneous decisions when there is a crisis.
Well, it's because I think, the way we run to Abuja for orders and, for approval of a lot of things should be stopped. Because why are you a governor if you can't make decisions? Why are you a governor if you cannot, get full grip of your own security in your state? Every single state seems to have different security challenges. That is why they need to have more like, I have the executive order to do this, I have the executive order to do that. Nevertheless, the police are still there to assist, to help, and make sure that crime is actually
but the governors
can
make executive orders.
No, that is not. When you have your state police officers or your state security officers, it is your duty, it is your right as the governor to make sure that things go down well.
Right.
For things to probably, escalate to this level we have today, it starts from somewhere, from the local government, from the local towns. So the question I'm going to ask you is this, and I'm going to ask Nigerians, where is our chairman or our local administrators?
They are not empowered. They are also fighting for some level of autonomy
I will
to
ask
be able
another
to
question
do
again.
something.
Let me ask another question again.
Right.
Where is our councillors? Because they have wards.
Of course, they do.
So
during elections, we see these persons.
So I don't want anybody to just come up.
They are also crying that they are not even funded.
But when they want to do the campaign, they use, I'll provide this, I'll provide that.
They are asking for their own autonomy so that they can be able to get to the grassroots, do as much.
We are going more than...
Because that is what democracy is about, getting closer to the people, knowing what is going on. And that is what it is about, right? But they are saying they are handicapped as well, just like the governors. But then we have legislators who are representatives of these people, who understand what is going on and have the ability and capacity to amend these laws. What are they doing?
You see, one thing is to amend the laws. Another thing is to make sure that these laws are being distributed the way it should be. From my own point of view, and I think I need to let you know, it has not well been defined and well been placed. And this is why we're having these challenges we are having today. Right now, security seems to be the in thing. But investors are looking, they are watching the, hang on a minute, can I take my money down to Nigeria? And
we saw what happened recently.
Yeah, just one of them. So a lot of challenges are there in the face of the global economy. We're not doing so well, and we need to do so well. What can make us perform better is when security is fully addressed, and we now see it within the grassroots level working. Then we can now start ticking our boxes during our KPI that we've done this, we've done this, we've done this. It's a checklist. But if we don't have the checklist being done, then we are still not getting it right. As I've said to you, we can do it. But is the state government, is the federal government ready to make it happen is the question.
Now, I'll ask you that question now. From what you have seen, would you say, because government would tell you that they have putting so much money to addressing these issues of security.
I love the way they call the billions. That's fine.
Right.
I love the way they call the millions. But where is it seen within our security sectors? Nowhere. Where are the technologies? Nowhere. Go along every single road you see. How many CCTVs are there? Nowhere. Employ and invite different brains that will work for you. Not in a political way, but in a way that you put your legacy there, that during my time, this is what has been done.
Now, I like to what you just mentioned, politics. Because a lot of persons are concerned that perhaps we seem to be playing politics with these issues of insecurity.
Obviously.
And that poses some level of danger.
Obviously, if you see very well, it's all politics, because I have been to some states, and, each time I present some things for them, they love it. But again, if you're not within the political class, you're nowhere to be found. So we've used politics to drag back all our security experience, all our security experts out of the system. So people are just kind of like, doing whatever they want to do in their own little capacity to make it happen. But in the real face of it, we're not doing enough. That is the bottom truth.
And if we are to improve now, speaking in specifics, proffering solution, we have to be fair to some level to the government to perhaps proffer solutions for them. We can't stop talking about these things.
Obviously, we cannot stop.
When it comes to manpower, technology, and all of it, we see what Lagos State did recently, use of body cams.
Oh, please, don't let us go there.
Really?
Yeah. I'll tell you why I said, please don't let us go there. Okay. This is a national TV, and I think I need to say it. We don't need to start jumping up because of body cam that has been existing for so many years somewhere. I've been using body cam for training programs, even within the police here, as far back as 2 years ago.
We should.
So why are we embracing it as if...
We should commend the fact that that is introduced.
No, I'm not going to commend that far. Rather, I will look at it that it's a step far too late. They traveled abroad, they've seen all this, they have so many brilliant brains within the government sector that also have bring all this to book long time ago. If you ask the police, from the federal to the locals, they have all these blueprints already. So why is Lagos State coming up with this now? Why haven't they come up with this so many years ago? That has been... I introduced body cam to them during some proposal, I'm sorry to say, but yeah, it's a fact. The Lagos State Neighborhood Corps are meant to have been using this long time ago. So why is it just coming up now? That means someone is not doing the right thing. So this is why I said, when you play too much politics with security, you will endanger lives and properties. And that is what we're seeing today.
All right. I would still maintain that perhaps we need to commend them for at least, still introducing that into the system, though coming late. But then again, let's move forward.
Okay, if you want us to commend them, then I'll give them, okay.
Let's move forward in terms of proffering solutions, moving forward. Now, if we are to come up with state policing, what should be the structure, right?
Yeah.
To ensure accountability.
Sure.
And ensure that it is effective and the results are achieved.
Yes.
That's it. And then what should be introduced into our security system in terms of technology? Now that you're saying that the introduction of body cams is coming quite late. Yeah,
because I listened to the governor of the state when he mentioned the body cam, and introducing it just only to the last man is not the best idea. Police are meant to be wearing it. We can see from viral videos of how body cam has really helped a lot of security agencies all over the world. So why limiting it to just the last man alone? What about the neighborhood cops? What about the vigilantes? What about the police? What about the RRS? What about the mobile police officers? What about the bodyguards? What about the event security operators operating in different events? What about our yellow traffic officers? We have a lot of people that these things ought to have. It shouldn't be something that we need to start celebrating as if we're celebrating Christmas and New Year for. That is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's a step too late, but yes, let's keep moving. However, how many are they going to roll out? What is the cost of maintenance? Is this something that the police or the last man are ready to make use of? Because once they wear it, once you put it on, it has to be used in a more professional way, not to intimidate people,
right,
or not for people to start, looking at why are you, because a lot will happen when you wear body cam.
Right. Now, talking in general now, yeah, talking about trainings, talking about technology, what should be introduced to improve our security system across the country?
We just need to go back to the basics and, start all over from the grassroots of what is security.
Right.
Because we have criminology students, we have criminology departments. Are they well given this orientation? Because we are looking up to them. And these are places we need to all start from. We need to start going back and, doing more like, outreach services to our police officers. They are stretched already. We need to make sure that we bring them back and, provide them with adequate welfare that will make them conform and perform a better
when we're saying adequate welfare, because we keep hearing people talk about this adequate.
What
are we looking at? What in your idea would be adequate for as a welfare package?
I know, okay, fine. I do know they have this pension scheme.
Right.
What about their health? What about their uniform? Who is providing all this for them? I've been in touch with so many police officers, and believe me, they personally use their money to buy the shoes, the boots, even the belts, a whole lot of things. The police officers are not happy. Most of them are not happy. And we want them within the front line to address us as if, they are normal human beings. No, it's not going to happen, because the welfare given to them is not good enough. And it's having a dented effect in their own personal accounts. They can perform better. Nigerian police officers, from what I know from them, if they want to go all out and do their job, they will do it. But are we providing them with the basic skills, the basic tools that they need to perform? Not only carrying the AK-47 that is more than 5 kg, it tells a whole lot. Mentally, are we checking them? Do we care about them? How is the community engagement with them, with the member of public, looks like today? It's appalling. We need to bridge the gap so close that there will be a level of confidence between us and the police. If we don't do this, then trust me, Amotekun, Ebubeagu, and all the rest of other initiatives will fail.
Right. We thank you so much for speaking with us, and we hope that those in authority are listening, like you have always spoken.
Well, as I've said, I would definitely not stop talking. It's our country, and we have to, work together and, do our best as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for speaking with us. We'll take a break now. Femi Amotekun, we'll take a break now and return with more on the program. To stay with us.